So this is how you draw a pumpkin. The first thing I'm going to do is draw a circle, because pumpkins are usually in a circle or oval shape, right?
Yeah.
Good. So now, after I draw a circle, now I'm going to draw some curved lines. And the curved lines are going to follow the same curve as the edge of the circle. So see this curve that's on the edge? I'm going to scoot my pencil over a little bit on the top of the circle, and I'm going to make a curved line that goes all the way down to the bottom of the circle. Then I'm going to go over to the other side, and I'm going to look at this curve. This curve goes this way. Now I'm going to go up to the top of the circle and make another curve down to the bottom of the circle. So this curve and this curve kind of match each other. They go in the same direction. So now I'm going to curve from the top over here and make another curve like this, and then another curve. So I have two curves on each side. Now your pumpkin might be a little bit bigger and you might need 3 curves on each side, or yours might be smaller and you only need 2 curves on each side, or 1 curve. Now what I need to do is add some humps to make this look like a bumpy pumpkin. There's that texture that you were talking about. So we want this to look like it's bumpy. So I'm going to take and add little bumps at the top of my curved lines. So see where the curved lines touch the top of the pumpkin, matching those little curved lines to the top of the pumpkin. Then I'm going to go to the bottom and I'm going to do the same thing. So curved line, curved line, curved line, curved line, and there's a curved line right there. So now does this look more like a pumpkin?
Yes.
Yeah. So now we need a stem on the pumpkin. So on the top, I'm going to add another curved line, and then I'm going to add a thin oval for the top of the vine. This is where the farmer cuts the pumpkin off of the vine. And then I'm going to add another curved line like this. So if you look, the bottom of the stem is wider than the top of the stem. And this helps to make it look a little more realistic. Now, the top of the stem is connected to the pumpkin. So we want to add a little bit of a star shape that kind of goes into the stripes on the pumpkin to make it look like it's attached. And then you can erase your lines like this, and there you have a pumpkin with a vine attached. Now this is what I don't want you to do. These are the common mistakes that students make when drawing a pumpkin. So we have turned a flat two-dimensional circle into a three-dimensional form just by adding curved lines and humps, a bunch of curved lines and little bumps. If I make straight lines like this in my circle, does this look like a three-dimensional pumpkin? No. So we don't want to make straight lines because it doesn't look like it's a three-dimensional pumpkin. So we don't want that. Nope. The other mistake that I see students make is they will draw a circle, but then they'll make their curves the wrong way. So instead of making their curves follow the outside of the circle, they'll make their curves go in like a basketball.
Whoa.
So this looks more like a basketball, right?
Like a bug face.
And not a pumpkin.
Whoa.
So we don't want to make our are curves in the wrong direction. The curves need to follow the same direction as the outside curve of the circle. Okay? So one more time real quick, because I want to get that top vine drawn a little bit better. So I'm going to start with a circle or an oval. I'm going to look at the outside curve of the circle, and then I'm going to draw that same curve. And then I'm going to go to the other side and look at this curve, and I'm going to draw this curve just like this curve. And then I'm going to do the same thing towards the middle until I get to the center of the pumpkin. So now it looks like a round ball. After I do that, then I'm going to add some bumps. So bumps on the bottom. And the bumps start at one line and they stop at the other line. They start at one line and end at the next line. Just like this. And you don't have to do, and this one's just teeny tiny. You don't have to do this last one because if you look, there's already a bump here. Okay? So now for the stem. The stem is just a curved line with a thin oval at the top and then another curved line that goes back to the top of the pumpkin. The stem is wider at the bottom than it is at the top. Now I need to add the part of the pumpkin that is attached to the stem. And it's just kind of like a star shape that follows along with the curves, the curved lines. And then you can erase those lines. And then you have a pumpkin shape like that. Alright, so my friends, you are going to go back to your seats and you are going to practice drawing your own pumpkins.